Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Ninja XTX, and I'm back to share another video with you guys. This video is actually lesson 217 in our Chairbound Escrima series, and we're continuing on with our lessons in Tombatoyak or Nunchaku. Now, in today's lesson, I'm going to again go back to the basics and show you guys how to work your whipping strikes. Now, whipping strikes are quick and they're to the point. Now, the nunchaku is a flexible weapon, so naturally, whipping strikes would fit somewhere in there. So, here we go, and I've also worked out a drill for Friday's lesson, but I will not unveil that drill until Friday. But this is what I want you guys to work on today. Now, notice my chair is slightly turned, and so am I. I'm not facing straight on because you don't, no matter what weapon you have, if you have a weapon, you don't want to face your attacker straight on, because if you face him straight on, it gives him more of an area to hit or assault if he can get the upper hand on you. So you want to make his target as small as you can while maximizing your ability, if that makes sense. Now, the first whipping strike I'm going to show you guys is the straightforward. Now, that may look like the straight down and back up, but it's not, because you're going straight forward and you're pulling it back in. Straight forward, pulling it back in. Almost as if you're throwing the chuck and pulling it back. Now, the second strike is going to look familiar because I've showed it to you guys before. The second strike is where you're striking off to the side and hitting the person in, say, the jaw or the groin. You're turning your wrist and you're whipping out. Turning the wrist and whipping out. Now comes the straight down and back up. Notice, for the straight down and back up, I move my arms in a little bit more because it's a tight movement. Straight down, back up. Straight down, back up. When you're doing the straight down and back up, you're actually doing two whipping strikes, because you're doing the straight forward, as I showed you guys in the beginning, but when you come back up, you're also whipping whatever is behind you. Again, you want to keep the movements as tight as possible, but you also want to stay loose and fluid. So here we go with the 3 again. 1, which is the straightforward. You're basically pushing the chuck that you're holding forward and then bringing the chuck that's behind you forward as well. Then, of course, you have the sideways strike. Again, aiming for the jaw or the groin. Now, this is basically a strike like so. You don't even have to look to see where the chuck is going when you get good enough. But for now, as a beginner, for some of you, I would say look to see where the chuck is going so you know where where your empty hand would have to be just in case you need to catch the recoil. Because you're not only, when you have this empty hand, you're not only using it to parry your attacker's movements. If the chuck should recoil, you can guard your head. And then, of course, we have the 3rd and final strike. Straight down, back up. Straight down, back up. And you'll notice when you're going straight down, you're not using that much strength. Where the strength comes in is when you're pulling back up. This also works your bicep muscles. I hope this made sense to y'all. Please take care of yourselves and each other. One world, one love. If you guys have any questions, comments, or requests, please send them to my YouTube account. Or if you know how to get in touch with me on Facebook, please send them to my Facebook account. Thank y'all. Love y'all. Bye-bye.